Johnny had quite the setup going in here. I just sit back and let her play. I was reading on my phone a little bit while she's in here playing. We did get the tunnel out, which has been really cute and fun. Livy's just doing some art. Johnny's working. I'm just hanging out with Stella Bells. What's the problem over here? Right, the washing machine's going off. I have load in the washer, load in the dryer. It is Monday and I did get my laptop back. It seems to be working. It's been like 4 days since I gotten it back and it seems to be working. It hasn't had the same problems at all. So hopefully this time is fine. I'm going to try to get back in real time. I took quite a bit of a break because I went through all of the vlog footage before I dropped my computer off to get fixed. I went through all the footage, put all the vlogs out and pre-scheduled them up to like 3 weeks in advance, something like that. So I did take a nice big break and Stella's coming for me. Now she hit a toy, so it's gonna be loud. So I did end up taking a break. I have filmed a few clips since then, so I'm glad I'm finally like through with the bulk of all the stuff that I had edited. Stella's coming for me. She got stuck on a toy. So they are gonna come stain our grout, and that's gonna be coming up soon. I just have to get an actual date scheduled with them, but they decided they will come and stain it. So hopefully then the grout will look nice. We also have some countertop trouble, which I think I've put in a previous clip. The countertops are not quartzite, they are marble, and we've gotten a ton of etching. There's some chips and some of them are cracked in our bathroom. They just installed them cracked and we didn't see it immediately. And now we see there's 3 cracks, a couple of chips. They basically have to replace all of the bathroom countertops and we have so much etching. And Stella's here. Here she is. Yeah, that's you. And yeah, she's standing up now. Whoa, don't fall though. You're standing up. Livy still doesn't like to wear clothes. We're not gonna show you. There's Stella. There you are. On Mama's knee. No, that's not gonna work. No, you try. And so the countertops are not quartzite, not even close. They are marble, which is probably the worst possible thing. I've got 2 small kids and I cook 3 times a day and it's just horrible. The countertops already look terrible. They started looking terrible like the 2nd week we moved in. So we've had lots of problems with the countertops and I don't know how they're gonna fix it. They're having the stone person come out this week, later this week. She's flopping. And so hopefully we will get them replaced. That's what I want. I want them replaced because most people, so as soon as I started talking, Johnny peeked his head, Livy's in here, and Stella's running over. So stand back up, baby. You can stand up and watch. So trying to get through like one thought with all of them coming at me. So I want the countertops replaced. I got quartzite, or I wanted quartzite because it's like more durable than granite. It might not even have needed to be sealed if it was true quartzite, but it's not. Somebody lied down the chain. Weird angle, but there is Stella. She's having some broccoli, carrots, strawberry, and a little bit of penne pasta that I cut up in little rings. She's eaten all her pasta and asked for more quite a few times, actually. All right, I'm cutting up some more pasta for her, and I wanted to keep going with my story. So the countertops, well, we sealed the bathroom grout in our master, and there's a ledge, and I took the shampoo bottle and the body wash bottle and one other bottle, maybe the tile cleaner spray, and set them on the ledge. And they were wet, like from the shower, they were just wet. I did not wipe them off. I set them there, we sealed the grout, we took them off and noticed we had etched 3 holes or 3 rings in the countertop ledge. And we're like, wow, this shouldn't happen this quick. We weren't even leaving them there for an extended period of time. They were just there for a short amount of time. And I was like, something's not right. This is not how quartzite is supposed to work. I have heard of etching, but it should have been sealed enough that you don't get a whole lot of etching. And it just etched like that. And since then, we've noticed more and more. Oh, she just dropped one. We noticed more and more, and it's like I will spray the counter with the spray bottle, wipe it, and if I don't catch all the little sprays, those will be etch marks. Just like that, it etches so super easily. It's shocking, and we have to wipe up every bit of water. and things etch quick. Like I wipe things up and I still have etch marks everywhere. And it's still, like I said, they chipped it, they've cracked it. So at least like most of our bathroom countertops have to be replaced anyway because it's so messed up just from them coming in. And I'll show you, I filmed a little clip for my best friend last night showing her like this whole area that's just totally messed up on Johnny's vanity. It has just this huge etch spot. So I think what happened is like painters, when they were touching up paint, washed their hands in the sink, made a big mess on the counter, didn't wipe it up, and it just dried like that. And now it's permanently messed up. There's also like lines across. So there's just tons of marks. It's totally horrible. It's marble. It's total crap. I would never, ever, ever get marble. And I know some people do and they live with the etching. But like I said, I've got 2 small kids. I wanted something more durable than granite. That's what I was going for. Something super hard, just absolutely almost indestructible. Just needs to be sealed, possibly, and that's it. So that's not what I got. I got something worse than granite by a long shot, and it's gorgeous. I'm not even saying anything like that. I'm in love with the colors and the pattern on it. It's just not what I want. I do not want marble anywhere in my house, especially in my kitchen, and especially in our bathroom. That ledge and also the shower seat are made of marble and they're sitting in the shower. They're in the shower. Like you'd never put marble inside a wet shower. So I'm hoping that they will replace the whole thing, and I'm hoping the guy, oh, she needs more pasta and more broccoli. I'm hoping that the guy will not continue to argue that it's quartzite. So Johnny and I were reading a bunch about this because it's just mislabeled by a lot of companies. Like if you look up the particular name of the material that we have, some companies just label it as white marble and some call it quartzite. And I've read like, why is it mislabeled? And there's a couple of different white countertops that are mislabeled. And it's because people want quartzite and people don't want marble. So the manufacturers sometimes don't call it marble so that they can sell it. Like, it's so shady and disgusting. And I'm just really disappointed. Now I'm cutting up some strawberries too, because she's going to town over there. And so it's totally just absolutely false advertising, and I don't know that the design center knew any better. The builder guy did not know any better for sure, the guy who we've been dealing with. And so the stone people who I think should be on the hook for this, and it's just really unfortunate. What else? I had one other thing. Oh, so we were discussing it one night. Actually, my birthday, Johnny picked up barbecue and we had a little date night after the kids went to bed, and it was really nice, but we started talking about the countertop, and he said, well, I rubbed glass on it. It's 100% marble. There's no denying it. He rubbed glass on it. And I was like, okay, what happened? And he's telling me the marble just started like powdering away. He could rub the glass on it. Olivia just made Bambi. Super cute. Oh, Stella wants it. I gotta set it down. Yeah, that's Olivia. All right, Stella, you need more pasta again? She's just flying through the pasta more than anything else. So he was telling me about how it just like started powdering away because it's completely marble. It's the softest thing you can get in your kitchen for the countertop pretty much. And so he got out a soy sauce bottle. It's just a glass bottle, rubbed it on the edge of the countertop, and it starts powdering away. And I'm like, holy moly, what did we get? They're so scammy. I don't blame the builder, but if they don't fix it, I will blame the builder, obviously. So the stone guy's coming, and hopefully it checks out and we can get it replaced with something else. And then it's a matter of what do I even want? So I've looked through the quartz options that they've had. I've looked through granite options, and I just can't find anything that I like color-wise. I just really fell in love with this one, and I was so glad to find it. And then it turned out to be a kitchen disaster. So we're like so afraid to even like touch the countertops. As soon as anything falls on the countertops, we're wiping it up. I just can't live like that. You know, I wanted countertops to where like I could spill something on it and wipe it up the next day. That's how durable I wanted it to be. And it's like, we're getting to be super paranoid and stressed out about every little thing messing up the countertop. Just water will etch the countertop really badly. And I know some granites and some quartzites sometimes get a little etching here and there, but this is like above and beyond. Like people, when I was reading about marble countertops, people are like, yeah, if you hit the corner just right with a plate, you crack the corner, or you nick part of the corners off. And like, I'm paranoid about like all my glassware containers. I'm setting them down. I'm not always perfectly gentle. They've also said like sliding things across the countertop, you can scrape up the top of the countertop. So I'm really nervous about moving anything along the countertop. And it's just one of those things, like I did not want to have to worry about it. I wanted it to be indestructible. And especially with like young kids, they're gonna slam things on the counter sometimes, and I don't want them to wreck the counter. And one of my problems also with the countertop is it has fiberglass backing, and I didn't know. I thought they just didn't finish it. So when I'm like soaking in the tub, I can see all the fiberglass backings on everything. What do you need? You need some strawberries? All right, strawberry time. I can see all the edging, and not only that, they left the writing. Like there's writing all over the edges, and I will show you guys. And also, it's just like the stone people. There you go. To level the countertop, they have shims to make it level. And what you think they would do was to cut the shims level, like cut them at the edge of the countertop, and then caulk over the giant crack that's showing underneath the countertop. And they did not. Like, we moved in the middle of a pandemic with a newborn. We didn't think to check underneath the countertops. So all the countertops have the fiberglass backing. Some of them have the writing, really obviously. And then some of them aren't even finished. And what they did, they have the shims under there. They just broke them off. So you can see the sharp edges of the shims. Our kids can get like splinters from the edges of these countertops if they had stuck their fingers there, or the kids could get their fingers stuck in these cracks. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when Stella's done eating, but it's just like the most horrible crap job that you could possibly imagine. They installed at least 3 pieces completely cracked, like all the way cracked through. They still installed them. Both of our sinks have chips that were not put there by us. They were already there. We just didn't realize it. So it's been this thing. We've been going back and forth with them until they would come in the houses because of the pandemic. They won't come in the houses unless it's an emergency. So they're starting to finally do work. We've had our electrical checked out. We've had the ceiling fan messed with. We've had can lights replaced. They fixed the hole in the roof. They also replaced most of our entire AC. Oh, you dropped a strawberry. Here you go. They replaced most of our AC unit. It ended up being like all the inside parts and a couple of the outside parts they completely replaced. It's just like one thing after the other. And now the countertops aren't even like what we picked out. Yeah, it's the same color, but it's not the material we wanted. So it's a total lie, a total scam about that part. And I'm still like, if I get thinking about it too much, I get super mad about it because they are really pretty, but we totally got scammed on that part. We paid way too much money to have countertops that I can't do anything with. Oh, she's scarfing broccoli. All right. There's your broccoli, baby. Oh, another thing that happened, like 2 days ago, there was a scorpion. So that's my other story for you guys for story time right now. There you go, baby. Do you need more broccoli? She's going to town on the broccoli and the strawberries. So let's get some more broccoli. So I was trying to get Stella's pajamas out of the wash, or out of the dryer, and I had gotten something out of the dryer earlier. I didn't fold the clothes at the time, and I had dropped something on the floor, but it was with Stella in my arms, so it's hard to bend over and pick things up. I just left it on the floor. Oh, here you go. And she's demanding more pasta. So I just left the piece of clothing there and then came back and went to pick her pajamas out of the washing machine, or sorry, out of the dryer. There you go, baby. Here's some more pasta. And when I went to pick up the old thing I left on the ground, I pick it up, and Stella's in my arms. She's kind of whining because it's about to be bedtime. I pick it up, throw it in the dryer, and as I'm like tossing it back into the dryer, because I was gonna fold them after I put her to bed, as I'm picking it up and flinging it back into the dryer, there's a scorpion sitting there. It was a big freaking scorpion. I talked to the people in the neighborhood. I texted like our group. We have a group text going, so I texted the people like, holy moly, look at the scorpion that I just killed. And I'll tell you the killing part of it in a second, but they're like, yeah, that's a full-grown adult. And I was like, oh, so I got the biggest one. I have only seen one other scorpion, and it was a dead scorpion, and it was much, much smaller than this one. At the time, when it was alive and it like recoiled its body back, as soon as I lifted up the thing, it recoiled all of its body parts back. It looked huge, like huge and traumatic and traumatizing. Are you about done, baby? I think she's starting to fill up. Here's a little more pasta. You got some broccoli. I'm out of carrots. I think I got one more carrot bit. I've just been steaming these in the Instant Pot. She loves it. So it recoiled its body back, and I'm thinking, holy moly, it's alive. Like, it's not a dead one, even though it was like being still. I saw it move its body, and I just tossed the clothes back into the dryer. So I just slammed the dryer shut in case there was like another one. I don't know. I didn't know at the time like how they lived and traveled or anything. I was worried about more. So I just closed the dryer just in case. And then I'm like, I'm the only one home because Livy and Johnny just took a walk. Are you clapping? Yeah. Clap, clap. So they were just out for a walk, and I'm like, if I don't kill it now, it will hide somewhere and then I will never sleep again. So I just grabbed the mop. I have a mop that's got the Swiffer flat head thing, grabbed it, slammed the scorpion as hard as I could. It did die, thank goodness, because I'm like, I'm only gonna get one shot at this, and I have a baby in the arms, and I was scared. Like, I was having an adrenaline rush over the scorpion because it looked humongous. And then I killed it. I did take pictures of it, so I'll insert some pictures now. And you can see it's not very big. These kind of scorpions aren't very big, but at the time it seemed humongous, and it scared me to death, and like my heart was racing for a while afterwards. And I got more information from the group. I know what kind it is. I'll insert the name. I think it's like striped bark scorpion, and I read all about it, and they don't tend to like super travel in packs, so hopefully he's the only one we have. And she's wanting a little bit more pasta. Oh, there's a burp. Now it's cleanup time. It was scary, and I hope we don't have another one. Most of the time you just see one usually, so we're just waiting. And the pest people, got to contact the pest people today after seeing that over the weekend, so it can be handled. What else? I think that's all for story time. I will let you guys know how the stone goes, and I'm going to go ahead and end this part of the video. I'll insert all the footage that I have. Okay, move the camera a little bit. So I know it's hard for people out there, and for my birthday, I donated to the Central Texas Food Bank, which I've donated to a couple of times, especially since all this went down. So I'll leave their link down below if you're interested. I know it's hard for people right now, and I just wanted to donate a little bit so that we could help out just a little bit. She's just clapping now. You want to say hi? You can look, Stelly. There you go. Just kind of trying to clean up those broccoli hands because she squeezed broccoli in between all her fingers. And I've realized if I do the broccoli on 1 minute in the Instant Pot, it's like firm enough that she can hold it. Yes. Yes. Yay. There you go, baby. You don't like that part. Gotta clean you all up. Then she can hold it if it's just steamed for 1 minute. It's still really soft, so I'm not worried about her choking on any of it, but she can at least hold it that way too. But it still makes a mess. Who is that? Yay! Yay, Stella! She's got her 3rd teeth poking through. She just celebrated her 8-month birthday. You ready? This is my trick for her. Yay! Yay, Stella! Yay! You see yourself clapping? Yes. I think I got you most of the way clean. I picked some of the penne off the ground. You can see like little rings, and she likes it like that. Got 1 container for discard and then 1 container for food that she can have later. All right, I've got 2 strawberries left. I'm gonna finish cleaning up everything. I gotta wipe down her high chair, and this is gonna end up just being like a feed my baby with me chitty chat video, but it'll work. So I was saying, we did donate to the food bank a few times since the pandemic started. I know things are getting crazy out there, and I just wanted to help out a little bit. Obviously, I'm not gonna like volunteer anywhere right now because of the pandemic or anything, and baby and all that. I donated again for my birthday. I'll continue to do that here and there as we feel comfortable doing that. I just wanted to help out a little bit, and it's just still kind of crazy, and the people coming in the house are masked and we wear masks, and things are opening up more and more here, and then the numbers are going up and up. So it's just kind of not a great time. And Olivia's starting kindergarten in the fall, and I don't know if she's actually gonna go to school. I don't know if they are gonna still do distance learning. They've definitely talked about it in this district, and the numbers keep going up for the virus. I don't know that she'll actually get to actually go to kindergarten like normal. I would be more concerned if they weren't thinking about distance learning and they were just like, yeah, of course the kids are going back with all this going on. I definitely stand firmly with Black Lives Matter. I know this is like something I don't want to talk about a whole lot because as a white, very white chick, I don't think I have much place to stand as far as preaching to people about it. So I just want to let you guys know that I definitely believe everyone's created equal and everybody should get the same shots, and the injustices going on right now are just unbelievable that we're having this talk in 2020. Like, Black Lives Matter shouldn't even be a thing because it should just be really obvious that everybody should have equal rights and equal access to justice and not have to worry just leaving their house and going out, that they're going to be targeted. The whole 2020 has been really surreal. And I do have a friend who is Black, and I'm asking her more questions about race than I have ever asked before. And it's been nice to kind of open up the discussion about things like that, because it's just not something we would discuss. You know, we're just different colors and it's not that big a deal. And I don't think about all that she must go through. So it's just interesting to talk to her about things and see where she came from and see where she grew up. And I grew up near poverty. Like, my mom was on food stamps when I was growing up. We were like barely scraping by. She was working multiple jobs as a single mother. My mom went to college and pulled us out of poverty. And so I just feel like she probably was presented better opportunities than people who are Black, probably. So she's definitely had some privilege with that. And I know I'm privileged based on that as well. And I don't have much room to like tell you guys to do anything because I'm still learning and figuring things out. And so that's all I want to say on that part. This video has been super long. It's just been a really chatty, rambly video. In my next vlog, I will catch you up on the previous footage, and then we will get back into real time. I did not realize how much I had to chat with you guys about, so I'm going to cut this video off and start the previous vlog footage in my next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. By the way, it's like the golden time after Stella eats or Stella nurses. She will play by herself a few minutes, so that's what she's doing. The gate's open so she can get out and I can watch her get out. But it's glorious when she'll just sit there and play for a few minutes. Anyway, I'll leave the playlist down below. Livy's up there clapping, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you liked the rambly thing. I'll leave a couple of things down below, links and stuff. So have a great day, and I will be back in real time very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I just cleaned the dishes. You can see some water droplets. I have to like wipe up every water droplet. Make sure it's not being left on the counter. They're laughing. They're just playing. I just have to check the surface, make sure everything's good, which is obnoxious to have to go around and wipe everything. I'll show you guys some of the etching. Like, we found a few where we just set a drink on the counter. What is it? You can see there's a ring right over here somewhere. There's a ring. There it is. It's hard to see in the surface. And then there's lines going across some places where, I don't know, we scooted something. And you can see all the splotches. Like, the whole countertop's completely etched and splotched at this point. It looks like absolute garbage. And then more lines. I don't know what all these lines are from. You can see them. They're just everywhere. And I'll show you guys. They're just playing. They're being loud. I'll show you guys the shims that are just cracked off. And there's the fiberglass backing, which is set to reinforce. Which you shouldn't have to reinforce it. It's harder than granite. So you see, like, it's just pokey and broken off, and like I can feel I don't know if I can show you, but they're sticking out past the edge of the counter. And so this one too, like WTF. They just look like absolute garbage there too. So like these are things I didn't think to look at with a newborn. I just wanted my house to be done correctly. I was gonna say, there's a shim that's just broken, sticking out. And I'm trying to look for writing, but I don't see much in here. That. I'll show you guys the bathroom at some point too. But that's what it looks like underneath all my countertops, which is ridiculous. Never mind the mess, but hopefully you can see the etching on here. This was here before we even had it. See all this? This is like the line of the etching. All the way around. Basically, all of this is etched over to like here. So I don't know if somebody washed out their crap, like their paintbrushes and stuff, but this was here before we even got it. This next clip is gonna be a little bit hard to film because I'm gonna have to like get up and down, and we've got stuff like everywhere right now because of the grout staining. I threw the rug in there. So I'm gonna flip the camera and show you guys, like I really noticed it because I soak in the tub. I will sit with my head there and look, like laying down. Look at that, there's part. And I was like, WTF. I started complaining and asking. I was like, they didn't finish these. And red, like red is my least favorite color. And it's like pulled over to the side. So the side actually looks red, which I'm like, no, they need to fix that. It looks terrible. And then also on this side, oh, there's not writing on that side. Oh, this side. Lots of writing there with red. Oh, yeah. Just such a horrible job. I had to explain to Johnny that I have to film this clip again because I didn't actually hit the record button. So I was meaning to show you guys all the cracks that are in here. So this is a crack. And they did end up like sealing this top part, but this bottom part, you can feel that crack. And then also this, like this is brand spanking new how they install it. Completely cracked and chipped. Then walking over here in the windowsill, they got one and they filled it in with, I don't know, whiteout. I don't know. It just looks terrible. And like you can feel the space, and then they covered it up with clear silicone that you can like rub off of there. So it's all the way down. And just looks like total slop. And then my sink has one of the worst cracks. It's not even like even. You can see like it wasn't even lined up. They didn't even try to hide this one, and they just covered it with silicone. Again, like I can just peel the silicone off of it. I've tried to leave them here so that when they come in and out and argue with me about it, that they can see how sloppy of a job they did. And then also my sink is cracked. Right over here. It's got cracks along it. So they're gonna have to replace. I am really hoping you can see what I see. It's been 1 month. Do you see it? That's a circle. And then also, right there is a circle. Right there. Hopefully you can see. Lines etched in. Lines etched in. 1 month, okay? 1 freaking month. It's completely a marble. There's no doubt about it. Looking like water spot, but I think that'll probably be okay. Like lines etched in. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's horrible. You can even see, like, if you're looking at it, it looks blotchy on the lighter colored parts. It's already like etching. It's been 1 month. Anything I look online says this is for people who don't actually use their kitchen. Well, I use the kitchen 3 times a day. See, I don't know if I said those lines. I want to show you the bathroom too. Yeah, look, you can see that. You can see that. There's the third one. It's marble. And they lied to us. Whoops. You okay? You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, Daddy just closed his door because you guys are being loud. She slips on that little bit of wood floor. She keeps trying to go for my drink. The wood floor that's right there, the tile.